So what COVID is doing and the economic lockdowns are doing, they're really changing the structure of our economy, how we live, how we work, how we shop. I mean, look at us. We are doing this virtually. We would have normally been together on a panel. So there are, without any doubt, dramatic changes in the underlying structure of our economy. And when there's a vaccine and when we can all travel again, some of that will reverse, but many things will not reverse. And that does impact everybody. When it comes to the gender dimension, women, the macro data, and you just quoted the New York Times for the US, the macro data seems to suggest that there's a disproportionate impact right now. In our own survey in the 5 countries, as you already alluded to, frankly, the first big finding with respect to gender was that women are massively underrepresented in the gig economy as we sampled it. In the emerging markets, it was different for the US, but in the emerging markets, dramatically underrepresented. And then when we looked at the impact that COVID and the shutdowns had across our survey samples, we didn't find, statistically speaking, very strong gender-related insights. In India, we did see that women had a slightly sharper or higher, even higher decline in income, but you saw in the summary statistics, it was 80% to begin with for everybody. We also saw in India, and this is cultural to some degree, we also saw in India that women took on in our sample survey, did take on a disproportionate share of household work and took care of more dependents. So that's obviously unfair, right? You are hit to begin with harder, and then you have to bear a higher burden. And I wouldn't be surprised if US data is similar to that. This is in the short term. In the long term, I think it's too early to tell. And I could actually imagine that some of these things will unfold differently from what you might expect. So listen, the notion to work from home, working more flexible hours, having easier on-ramp, off-ramps when it comes to big life events like maternity, the structural changes that are dramatically accelerated right now might actually help women in certain professions, segments of our economy